Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of the last week, I've spent well over 16 hours building a new farm. This time, a melon farm. This one was a lot of work, and shout out to everyone who was on my Twitch keeping me company, because honestly, I think I would have genuinely lost my mind. So shout out to all you amazing people. If you wanted to tune in for future builds, such as some of the other farms I have in the pipeline, then make sure you guys go ahead and click the link in the description and go ahead and follow me over on Twitch. I stream roughly every day right now, so I hope to see you guys there. But in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys the farm as well as how to build an infinite melon farm. This thing took a lot of work, and there's a lot of materials that go into it that not a lot of people kind of take into consideration. So I'm going to do my best to display that for you guys today. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. If you happen to be new to the channel and aren't yet subscribed, we are currently on the road to 80,000 subscribers, so consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me, helps me out more than you know, and leave a like on the video while you're at it. But as I said, without further ado, let's jump right into this one. We are now back on the island, and I've actually already gone ahead and built a full layer of melon. The only problem is we need to build 2 more. So I'm about to start streaming on Twitch, and I'm going to cut back and forth of some of the steps I make. This layer I already did on my Twitch as well. Link in the description down below. I recommend you guys follow me there. I've been streaming a lot more, and my biggest babe, Deathstreaks, has just messaged me a happy Valentine's Day. So big shout out to Deathstreaks. But yeah, I'm going to go stream. I'm going to get some more progress on this melon farm. We have 2 more layers to go, and I'll try and show my progress as we go here. Again, a little bit of a frame lag. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm excited. Let's start building. So the first step for us is making the base. As you can see, we have a giant floor of stone bricks, and we kind of have like this guide rail on both sides. There's one way down over here. If it'll load into my render distance. Come on, there it is. As you can see, a little bit of a guide rail. That shape basically just gives me a walkway in between rows, and then also kind of this where the dirt starts from this point on. So like if you look at the rows below, as you can see, the dirt starts here, and then this is kind of like my walkway on each side as I can like swing around and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing up here. If I almost fell into the void. So we're gonna start on the dirt, and I'll cut back once that's done. So since that last clip, it has been a few days, and I got a little bit carried away. So I'm gonna do my best to backtrack my steps and try and explain to you guys how to build a infinite melon farm like the one you see in front of you. Not only did I finish that layer I was talking about, but I finished another one as well. I now have 3 full maxed island size layers of melon. As you can see, if we go from side to side, this thing is ridiculously large. Like, look at this. We're just gonna fly across. Okay, we're just chilling. We're just flying across. We're going super fast, by the way. I have 400% speed right now, and we're just zooming across. We'll get to the other side eventually. It's somewhere over here. And here it is. We're getting there. There we go. The other side. That is ridiculous. 3 layers of that. I farmed it a few times. Honestly, it's super satisfying. It's nice seeing a different color than the pumpkin. Like, the pumpkins are nice, you know, but then like a green version of the pumpkins, you know. I still need to finish all the slabs, but that process honestly takes longer than building the farms themselves. So slabbing up these 3 layers, I'm not looking forward to, but it is something that must get finished in terms of just wanting to complete the farm as a whole, and it's a huge quality of life thing. For example, let's say we just hop into this lane right here. Oh, ignore the Twitch follow sound. Sorry, guys. So if you're coming through here, if you like walk to the side, as you can see, it's all right. Like, it's doable. I just find it way more satisfying when if we go down to a pumpkin layer. Let's slip into a layer right here, coming down here and just going like this. I just find this way more satisfying. I don't know. Right now I'm getting severe lag, by the way. I have no idea what's going on. Sorry about that. But I just find it way more satisfying with the slabs. So that's something I'm going to work on my own time. But to quickly explain kind of the process here, because it does look a little bit overwhelming at first, but the farm is actually very, very simple. So first off, we're going to make our bottom layer here. So let me grab out my pickaxe if I can find it. There we go. And so we're going to go ahead and just break these 2 blocks here. This is if we're starting a new row. This is the first block of it, okay? And so what I do for the borders on this end and the other end, kind of like ways to cap it off. So I'll go 4 out, and then I'll go 3 out, just like so. As you can see, these 2 are going to be my walking platform. And then the last one here, this is going to be the border at the other side. And so then what you get to do, you get to grab your builder's wand, and you kind of just go along the side, and you make your border all the way down the wall. Quite simple. You do this on each side of your island build size. For example, I can't go any further this way. As you can see, can't go any further, can't go any further. This is kind of the border. And to make it the corner, all you do is you take your stone bricks or whatever you're building out of, and you just cap it off like that. You just do a 1 block tall wall all the way along the side, and I find that that leaves the best amount of space. Now, the next part is a little bit trickier because this is the dirt. So you want to make sure that you're putting in the right place. I've messed this up a few times, surprisingly, considering it's actually a lot easier than you might think. So depending on where the water is, for example, I don't need a block of dirt on this row, but then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You leave a space and then you go 8 again. So it's always 8 blocks when it comes to melon. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so just like that. And as you can see, that's where the water goes. Because in Minecraft, water can flow, I believe it is 4 blocks on each side, or it might even be like 7 or something. Either way, this is what it's supposed to be. This is how it works. Don't mess with the system. Just trust it. Believe me, it works just fine. So then what you can do, you can grab your infinity dirt wand and put it in your builder's wand, and you can just run all the way along the side, as you can see, just like so, filling it completely up with dirt, which is amazing. And so once you have this done, you're actually a lot closer than you might think. It's just you need to do it for a large amount of space depending on your island size. There's so many great different farm building tools that you can get from Anita nowadays. So I recommend that you definitely go ahead and pick yourself up the Prisma Pump, the Infinite Dirt Wand, and the Hoe of Greater Tilling. All of these will make your life so much easier. For example, if we put the Prisma Pump down and the Magical Water Bucket, it just fills the entire layer. And you simply just break this block and fill them with your Magical Water Bucket again. And you basically just do that for every single row. Goes by super quick. It is such a better system. It's ridiculous. As you can see, that took me no time whatsoever. And so now the next part is you actually get to plant. And so what you can do as well is glowstone is going to be one of your next steps, kind of above the water. But otherwise, I actually like to use the glowstone for ramps. So here, let's actually go ahead and buy some glowstone. A good quality of life tip, if you want to use glowstone, you can just buy glowstone dust from the bazaar, but it is a pain to craft it. So you can put a regular glowstone block inside of your personal compactor. So as you can see, my personal compactor, which is a talisman, as you can see in here, I have a regular glowstone block and it just automatically crafts it into that. It is such a time saver and honestly one of the best things I've probably ever gotten in this game. So there we go. As you can see, if we just fill up your row, I find it best to hand place the glowstone. Can be a little bit tedious, but you will save time rather than builders wanting it across, and breaking a ton of glowstone is such a pain to break that much glowstone if you have to fill it, like break this whole area by hand. So that's going to be definitely the way. In terms of when you're using your Hoe of Greater Tilling, you can also just go right across both sides, and then I'll kind of stand like this on this one, go across, and then I'll come over to the next one, stand about here, fill that up, and then I can just fill the last bit over here. When it comes to planting, another amazing tool that you should definitely get is the basket of seeds. This makes planting seriously one of the easiest things in the world. You can fill it up with whatever type of seeds you want. As you can see, I have melon seeds in here. And so basically for melons and pumpkins, what you're going to want to do is one row beside the water. You're going to leave 2 block gap. You're going to go 2 in the middle, 2 rows just like so. Another 2 block gap, and then seeds on the end. Kind of just like this. Basically what you're doing, you're leaving space for the actual watermelons or the pumpkins to grow. So as you can see, the melons are going to grow here, and the stems are going to fully grow here. If you want to try and make this look a little bit better, which is something I'm going to be doing on my melon farm, is slabs. If I can find my backpack of slabs, I might actually be out now that I think about it. But basically, just run over top, and you're going to place slabs kind of in... I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe this, just right above it. So pretend this is a slab and not a full block, but you basically just run slabs all the way across the tops of all the stems, kind of just like this, basically just making it so you will never stomp them. You can use them as guardrails, like when you're farming, you can just run along the sides. Honestly, a huge quality of life thing, and it's a lot more work to put slabs, but if you plan on using your farm a lot, then I definitely recommend that you add that. And that's basically all there is to it. As you can see, we just built a little chunk of these 3 massive layers that we have below us, 6 if you count the other 3 pumpkin. I get a lot of questions about how many layers do you need for it to be infinite. If you have the vanilla island size, I believe it is 4 layers. If you have the maxed island size, I've heard people say it's 2, but I've also farmed my pumpkin farm before, like all 3 layers, and I've still had, like, the pumpkins haven't fully regrown yet. So I'm really confused about that. If anyone knows the exact amount for infinite, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to keep it at 3 on the maxed island size, which is 2.2 times the vanilla island size that you get here on Hypixel Skyblock. So basically just look at how big your island is. And also a good test is build a layer, farm it, see how like well regrown the first row is, build another layer, and then see, and basically just keep testing it until you find that right spot of where it is actually infinite. So I'm pretty happy with these farms now. One of the next things I'm going to be building is probably the sugarcane farm, which can scare me a little bit if I'm being completely honest, but I am up for the challenge, so we'll have to see how that one goes. If you guys want to help me and keep me company while I'm building it, then make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Twitch, because it's going to be quite the grind. Yesterday, I actually did my first melon contest ever. I actually did 2 of them. It was a lot of fun. I used this axe that you see on me here, the Blessed Melon Dicer. As you can see, it is recombobulated with cultivating, the new enchant on it, efficiency 5, telekinesis 1, and I was able to put Turbo Melon 5 after I did my first competition. I hadn't done a single competition before, so I could have put like the first few levels of the book on, but I decided just to wait and then put them on once I actually had a medal in it. I was expecting a silver, but in my first melon contest, I actually went ahead and got a gold. As you can see, my score was 426,000 melons, which is actually really good for my first time ever doing melons. As you can see, gold was 401k. And then I did it again, and I got 512,000 collected just by adding the Turbo Melon 5 enchant. So I find that quite amazing. Very happy to have that completed. If we go upstairs here, if you look at my total collected gold medals, as you can see, I now have a check mark next to melon, which is a huge accomplishment in my eyes, and honestly a big step in the right direction. We have carrot, mushroom, cactus, sugarcane, netherwort, and cocoa beans left. That doesn't mean I'm not building a wheat, potato, and carrot farm on my island. I did have a carrot farm on my last island, but man, gold was just so competitive for that one. So it's gonna be tough, but if you guys want to see the journey, then make sure you subscribe with post notifications on, because I will be showing you guys all the progress here on the channel. Anyways, I think that's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys all have luck in your farming contests. I wish you all many gold medals, and hopefully the same will happen to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.